I was the first woman president of San Jose City College and the first woman and first African American chancellor of City College of San Francisco. My life is so complicated, nothing is simple. When I was 17, I left my home in Vicksburg, Mississippi to attend Alcorn College in Lorman, Mississippi. It was a public colored college. It had about 500 students. I was happy to be there. I had good friends. I had a job in the dean's office. I was a majorette. I was having a great time and assumed that I would continue my education and I would get my degree from Alcorn. In my sophomore year, a professor, Dr. Clinton King, espoused the view that all African Americans should go back to Africa or should be taken back to Africa. The students just didn't agree with that, and it just thought it was a ridiculous idea because of all that our parents and our grandparents and had gone through to get us to where we were. It didn't make sense. So the students went to the professor and we expressed our views and asked him to stop making those kinds of statements. Instead of listening to our concerns, the professor was talking to a segregationist white newspaper. I don't know whether he found them or they found him, but the story of what was going on our campus ended up in the Jackson State Times, which was known as a segregationist white newspaper. The newspaper situation escalated the problem to the point that it became public and students really felt like we couldn't negotiate anymore. We had to take action. We presented our concerns to the president, and the president was being deliberative. I think he was thinking about it, but he really didn't take any action on it. So at some point, students decided we just had to take it into our own hands. I had written a letter that I thought captured the students' feelings about the event, and I gave it to the student body president. I told him to take it with him from meeting to meeting and to use it as he saw fit. And the student body president liked the letter, and he used it exactly as I wrote it and added his own statement at the end saying that the students would rather close the college than see a professor making those kind of statements and being affiliated, at least philosophically, with white segregationists. On the last day that I was at Alcorn, the entire student body gathered in front of the chapel and sung the Alcorn Ode for the last time. The college was closed for 30 days, and after 30 days, the all-white Board of Trustees decided to invite students to return, but anyone who was involved in any way in the protest or organizing the protest, those students were told they were not invited back and that they were expelled and would not be allowed to return to Alcorn or attend any college in Mississippi. I knew that I would have F's on my transcript. And those of us who were in the leadership, that was a penalty we were willing to pay. In that era, for African Americans to speak out that way and to take a position like that was a very dangerous thing to do. We still had raids on African American communities. Um, we still had lynchings. I wasn't sure I could stay in Mississippi after that. I I wasn't sure it would be safe. I learned a great many things from that experience, but one of them, and maybe the most important one, is that words matter. Words can move people. And in that experience, I found my voice. I gained the confidence that I could speak, that other people would listen. I could write words in a way that other people would follow, and that I need never be afraid in any situation where I was allowed to speak or to write.